JP in the house. There he is.
Hello.
Hey,
How's it going?
good. Good to see you. How are you?
I'm good. Just me and you right now? Yes.
Come again?
Just me and you right now?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
anticipate Lance joining at 10 o'clock his time, and I haven't heard from Chad. And
Texas time. Yeehaw. I'm all fired up.
what
Ooh.
can you show me? Is that the
Uh,
TTO too?
yeah, that's the TTO too.
Yeah, right on.
They're fun. They're
Yeah,
fun.
I've never handled one. I mean, it's like the most famous rig, one of the most famous
Yeah.
rigs. I've never driven one, never even really handled one.
I've had some challenges with it over the course of time, but I've also driven it. Like, it's not had an easy life at all,
Yeah, I mean, you
you
said it
know?
was like
So,
walking like a three-legged dog.
yeah, I sorted that out finally.
Hmm.
I'm just putting this is the FPV set I have for it. So anyways, this is going on there, but this is going to be for that Thunder and that guy.
I think we should go
For,
ahead and say Thunder Cunt.
oh yeah, well I don't know which way it goes. I have people in the room, so I can't say his name properly. But yeah, so it's for that series.
I'm gonna set up the track and turn in your times.
Yeah. Oh
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been waiting for an idea like that to come on. That's great.
It's the same exact techniques that we use with the Mini Z, like I said in the chat.
Yeah.
They do standardized tracks with the RCP track setup. So,
Yeah.
I mean, what your guy's doing is great. What's his name? Do you know his first name, his real first name?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
He's in England somewhere.
I love that
That's
he said an optional method would be to put a GoPro on your kid, or even better, put
yeah,
a
he's
GoPro
so
on your kid
funny.
who responds to RC commands.
What a goofball.
Yeah,
But
I don't know if my kid could handle responding to RC commands.
it does. Yeah, my kids would not. He doesn't have kids. It shows they would do not take commands. They do not listen. No, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing seems pretty fun.
I show what I'm working
Pretty
on.
fun to
Oh,
me.
here's Lance right here.
Sometimes we wrench while we
Yeah.
chat. I don't know if I've have we talked to Lance before? I
No,
feel like I have because we've had like so much dialogue on the various chat thingers.
yeah, I'm totally curious about how he knows Andre and what's going on in the world. Is
Yeah, they're doing some business.
Yeah, give me a sec here. Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Hi.
oh my gosh, he's
There
got
we
a
go.
big beard.
The Mountain Man.
Yeah.
I see
No,
you,
I
Lance.
haven't been in, I haven't been on a chat yet. I've wanted to. I just haven't been able
Oh,
to
right
make it.
on.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying it feels like you have though, because we've had so much like dialogue over the various platforms
Oh, dude, totally.
for a while now, I think. I
Oh
can't keep
yeah.
track of time, but
No, I think you and I we got introduced by somebody else who one of we had there was like somebody who was following me and they had like tagged you. It was
oh
back
right.
with my like RC Autoball stuff, and they were just like, "Dude, check this guy out. Like, you guys might get along or something." And then I like went
Oh
to
yeah.
your Instagram, and like all your stuff was FPV stuff, and I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Yeah, I will
Yeah,
definitely
it's
give
very
it."
focused.
Yes, it is. No, I like how big this. Not that it's big, but I like how much growth the community has gotten. Because I feel like let's see, since I got into it, I've lived in Phoenix and then moved here to Texas. And man, it is like, I mean, everybody knows this. It's like the never ending struggle getting RC guys into FPV.
Yeah.
Um, and then it just like, I don't know, you get to a point where it's like a lost cause. So I like to see the community is like growing. And I just feel like it's a matter of time before there's just like this whole new, like I don't know if it's going to be people giving in or it's just I think it's just going to be new customers coming to RC is really what it's going to be.
Yeah. It's Yeah, I think it's going to be new customers. We've like mused over this a bunch of times, like who's
Yeah, yeah.
filling this spot, and like is it drone people sick of that just want to try something new and maybe go over to cars? Is it car people that just want to like change the experience there? But it's
Yeah.
really so different from either. It's just its own thing.
Is it
Like when I
content creators who love making videos?
yeah.
Yeah.
Chad Rains
What's
in
up,
the
y'all?
hey.
Chad,
Oh,
what up, man?
Chad.
What's up? Just thought I'd cruise in here. Hey, I want to jump on that question though. Who's actually doing FPV cars now?
Yeah, where are they coming from?
Okay,
The new
so I
people?
think the biggest jump, because
No,
like we've been doing this for such a long time, but the biggest jump came after I forget the kid's name. He went on TikTok and he started like delivering like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Doing
it's
remote
like
deliveries on analog with his analog setup.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and then he started using a DJI setup and started being able to go into stores and buying like candy bars and stuff.
right.
And that got so many people like interested in the technology of this, right?
Hmm.
Because
Chad's locked up.
Uh-oh.
it just didn't have the range prior. I feel like it's a lot of kids. I honestly, at this point, I feel like 90% of the people that are asking questions online are much younger than any of us, anyway.
Hmm.
I would say I'll agree with that on the like wanting the experience, and I feel like most of the older people are on the like business side of it. Like, dude, I went through my unread like DMs today on Instagram because there were all these like I go to hidden requests, but it like by default it filters to like top like requests, and then I was like,
Yeah.
oh, damn it, I was like, I haven't checked this in a while. Let me switch it to like by like date or so I
Newest.
changed the
Yeah.
order, and all of a sudden it was like this huge list, and people were like, where can I build this? Like, how can you do you sell the kits? Like, and it's literally there must have been like, I don't know, 5 or 10 messages from people all over the world, like wanting to start a business, like doing this. And like most of them not kids, definitely like older people, but like
Yeah.
they know that this is like, yo, there's something to this is the future, which
Yeah.
like we already know this. It's just a matter of proving it is what the struggle has been, I feel.
Well,
I love when you say that
the
it's the
struggle.
future. I mean, I really feel like it's
It's like building
where the
shelters.
hobby's gonna go.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a struggle. You got to wire, you got to solder, you got to figure out
Oh yeah.
voltages. I mean, like, not for the faint of heart, guys.
So, yeah, one of
Not
my
right now,
favorite
no.
things about this right now is that it is like this. This is like what drone building was back in 2016, 2015, 2016. Like
Yeah.
nobody really knew what they were doing, but you would look at a blog post, you'd talk to somebody online and you'd figure some stuff out,
Hmm.
and then you'd build something and like you had genuine enthusiasm.
For
There
sure.
wasn't some kit that some rich, okay, and this is going to sound bad because obviously I'm a business owner and I want these people like to reach out to me too,
Yeah.
but the moment that we're in right now is where there's not some rich dad that will go out and buy 20 drones for their kid,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that
guys,
kind of changed the dynamic of the hobby.
we're in the golden era right
Yeah.
now, or maybe entering the golden era where
Oh,
it's early days, not all figured out yet. We're still kind of cracking the code on how to really make these cars sing, and yeah, it's super exciting. There's not like a formula yet, right? Like what you're saying, Chad. Like I look back on old racing stuff and like trophy trucks, especially, like you guys know my style, but I watched the races in the 80s and 90s, and like all the trucks are like home built and they're all different. And it's just so exciting to watch. And then you fast forward to like the 20 teens, 2020, and all the trucks are built by one of four
Yeah,
manufacturers.
taken over by
Yeah.
corporate product development.
They're outfitted differently, sure, yeah. They're super cool and they're way faster than they used to be, but it's got a different character. You know
Yeah,
what I
when
mean?
you're building your own stuff, there's this different level of enthusiasm then yep,
Oh,
my
you're
sponsor told me that I can run this motor and this ESC. This is what I'm gonna do, and yeah, I'm here to pay the bills. Like that's just lame. That's why I stopped FPV drone racing. That and like I wasn't as good as the 13-year-olds that were beating me anymore. So there's
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was like it was fun. It was fun building stuff and then showing people like this is what I built and this is why it's so cool. So
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's like we're still on the ground floor pretty much.
for
You
sure.
know, I as much like I watch as much RCFPV stuff as possible on YouTube. Well, I always watch a lot of it, and still the algorithm doesn't know how to like even feed me the content.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
Nope.
it can't. YouTube hasn't. I don't even feel like it's really picked up on it as a thing.
Yeah.
It just doesn't
No,
know
dude,
what to do.
any video that I've gotten that's gotten like really good traction, like FPV video, like literally when I go to my like studio,
Yeah.
almost nothing. Only recently has FPV even popped up as like one of the top 3 search terms.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Most of them are not even remotely related, and I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do with that? Like, because then I feel like if I'm trying to put in the tagline that they're saying is like the search leading to me, I'm like, well, then that's a misleading like title for my video.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's
Yeah.
stupid, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're
Yeah.
right. You're right though. It's that new that like YouTube. It's not in an algorithm yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's a nice place to
Yeah.
be.
It
Yeah.
is.
It's super exciting.
There's opportunity. But you know what? Besides the business aspect of it, what I really love is figuring this stuff out on my workbench and then going racing, and the rest of it. And this is just a fun hobby. I got a job that pays the bills, and there's lots of possibilities. But really, what I want to do is connect with people and kick ass.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
Well, it's a real world application of technology, and these cars, are complicated and have to survive quite a lot, honestly. So that's to me is kind of what sort of I don't know, kind of fuels everything behind it. Like it's not computer simulation. Like you're dealing with some real forces out there and real mud and rocks flying around,
Yep.
and and to make these, especially with the gimbals or any sort of thing where you got like circuit boards hanging out and now gyros and all this sort of stuff, and just having it actually live through things is pretty amazing. So
I am really curious about the possibility of getting transponders out there in the world. There's some way. I mean, just what Thundernut, for lack of a better.
I like that. I like that. I actually thought it was like because the car that he has on the channel, I thought it was Thundernut. I didn't see the C in there. So like I thought it was like a play on Laser Nut. Like
oh yeah,
I don't know, just the
No.
way the car looked. I was like, oh,
yeah.
hey, that's clever actually.
I really like what he's doing. Set up a standardized track, submit your videos, and
Yeah.
talk about timing. Like there could really be a way to build a community through that sort of, motivation.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Having a standardized track, having transponders is actually something that is really doable. There's some
Act locked up.
really cheap stuff, and you can make a little transponder like a receiver and everything like that. And there's another way to do it too, though. You can use a race lap timer from drones that measures the video frequency as it passes by.
Oh,
And yeah,
Is that
so
just for analog, or will it work on DJI
it'll work
for
on
like
analog.
quality?
It will work on HD0. It will. Man, what else? I don't think it will work on DJI on most of the stuff, and that's because
Yeah.
the frequency hopping. Like if you do a lower, man,
oh, right. Because they've got Wi-Fi set up in multiple different frequencies, and it jumps around.
and it eats up a big portion of the band. I'm trying to think that if you
Right.
lower the bit rate and you do some other things, if it takes up a smaller frequency.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's a commercial package that can be put together, that's doable, but that sounds pretty hackish, hobbyish.
Yeah. Trying to measure digital protocols is harder. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run a camera on it. Hold on.
Well,
I got a family situation I gotta just handle right here.
Yeah.
Hey,
Look
Jeffrey.
at this, Dad. Hold on.
okay. Cool. So, Lance, tell me, how do you know Andre, and like, what's up with it? What's up with the team here?
Dude, so like basically he and I, we chatted in the like the Gimbal Builder chat about the like MT12. He mentioned it. So he mentioned it, and I had talked to somebody else about somebody local was like, dude, that MT12's got a trainer port in it. Do you think like there would be a way to program it with like the steering wheel setup? And I was like, ooh, I don't know. He's like, well, I know somebody who writes some code out here. And I was like, oh, okay. So he ended up like getting the dude here who writes code to like do it. He couldn't figure it out. So Andre was like, he's like, yeah, I think there will be a way to do it. And I was like, hey man, if you figure it out, let me know. I was like, because I'm definitely interested. I was like, but this dude out here said he could not figure it out for like the life of him without like pulling the transmitter apart. And so like he was saying that there was not a way to like it was one directional. And so anyway, Andre, like, I don't know, a month later, like posts this little video of it working. And then I was like, and he's like, I got 2 extras. So I comment. Luckily, I had like just woken up from a nap and I saw this and I was like, holy shit, when did he post this? And it was like literally minutes. And I commented right away. I was like, dude, I'll send you the $60 right now. Send me that other one you have. I was like, let me test this out. And then he's like, all right, I'll send it to you. And then so then I messaged him and I was just like, hey man, I was like, I think there might be some opportunity here for like you to make some good money. And I was like, I think we can help each other. Cause like, dude, my cut is like nothing on it. Like, I think I sold all of them, all 12 that I inventoried.
Mm-hmm.
I sold all 12 of them. And I think like I have to do the math, but my cut's like, I don't know. I basically there was an extra one. So I took my cut to just basically buy the extra one.
Cool.
Just
nice.
Because I'm just trying to build my own arsenal of these things here. Because like I have a 6-year-old girl, an 8-year-old boy, and they will both like hop on the rigs. Like I'll take our setups to. They've been doing like a mini Z night at the local RC track out here that I go to the hobby shop, and so I've got walk snail on 2 of the mini Zs, and then I'll just like the last one I went to, I brought 2 of the Next Level Racing like GT Light Junior kits that
dude,
kids
you gotta move
fit
to
in.
Portland.
Huh?
You gotta move to Portland.
I know, man. Dude, so I set up these 2 kits and then like, dude, yeah, the last one I went to last month, like just kids racing against each other, and they got transponders in them, so I'm running like one of the lap timer programs. And then they're doing FPV, and
they're doing
dude,
FPV.
like,
wow.
Yeah, and then like one of the moms who like brought her kid, she's actually come twice while her kid like drove around, and she was like, oh yeah, he really likes this. And then I had hooked up a VRX to a little mobile monitor, and I was like, yeah, this is what he's seeing. And she like looks at it and she's like, oh my god, that's like this is like a video game. And I was like, yeah. She's like, I didn't know that's what he was seeing. And my first thought was like, what did you think he was seeing in the goggles?
People have no concept sometimes.
No, they don't.
Man.
None.
Without
None,
that
dude.
screen. So that's why
know.
Walksnail is cool. I love HT's. Actually, the newer DJI being able to output video to an iPad too is like, it's so helpful. Like,
Dude,
people are blown away by it as soon as they see it, for sure.
That's why I switched. I was on the Air Unit 2 DJI, and then I ended up switching to Walksnail because of the VRX. Once they came out with that first update that finally like made their quality not like ultra grainy and like completely washed out colors. Like, don't get me wrong, the color, it still doesn't like, DJI is still for sure, but like, you know, like you almost don't even have to touch the editing. It's so good. But Walksnail, it's pretty damn good. And then the other features that you get with it, that's why for like the stuff I was doing with the Rocket League in real life thing with this RC Autoball, Walksnail made the most sense. So I was like, I'm just gonna move everything over to it. And then when they dropped the head tracking, I actually was like super pessimistic about it. Like I was like,
Mhm.
I had very low expectations. I was like, nah, it's not going to be good. I'm sure that the head tracking, it's going to be like ultra delayed and it's just going to make you feel like super sick, a lot of motion sickness. It's not going to be good. I was like, but I'll still order a kit just to say I tried. And because dude, I've done like several events and people were like, man, it would be really cool if you could look around. And I'm like, I know, but like there's definitely a lot of stuff involved with doing head tracking. And then, the way that I had all the rigs set up was, roof mounts. And so I'd have to move to cockpit mounts. And then the problem with that is you end up with a more limited field of view. And when you're trying to play a game of competitive soccer, it kind of, it was just like, I was just like, I don't know if that's going to be the right move to make. So anyway, I ended up ordering one of the GM3s like right away. And dude, as soon as I put the goggles on, I looked through it, and saw how responsive it was. I was like, damn it, why is this so good?
Dude, I've got my Walksnail set up ready to go. My only gripe with Walksnail still is that the GT doesn't work with head tracking.
That's so dumb. So did you see they uploaded a video on how you can get it to work with head tracking?
No, I'm total. I had a good contact at Walksnail, and then they asked me to sign this disclosure saying that I won't make any products or something like that. And I was like,
Yeah.
I already do make products. I can't sign this, obviously, right? Like I've been developing things, and they were like, oh well, F you. And they totally stopped all contact. I've asked them so many questions on stuff that I've reviewed for them already, for things that I don't mind purchasing myself to do a review for, and they've just completely like they've not responded to anything I've asked for months, basically. So I don't know anything about this GT having a what is it? Is it like a firmware update or
No, it's like
some
it's
janky
way
stuff?
more. It's some janky shit. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe they uploaded it to YouTube, and I even commented. I was like, you guys might want to come up with like a more plug and play method for like doing this. Dude, their reply was hysterical. It was like, it makes it part of the fun, like doing the work yourself. And I was like, yeah, okay. No,
Right.
ain't nobody that's like that this is targeting to. This is
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, that is
It's
not
not
the
a
class.
problem.
That's not
It's
what
a
they're looking
feature,
for.
man.
I'm gonna look this up.
Dude.
How do I find this on
Yeah.
YouTube? I'm gonna look this up real time,
Dude,
real
just
fast.
type in. I bet if you type in just Cadix, like GM3 GT kit head tracking or something like that, it has to be on there because I could not believe. I was like, oh cool, they came up with a firmware update, and then I watch it and it was like all this like I want to say they had to like solder some new shit on, and
Whoa.
I was like, what the hell?
Wow.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. I'll pass. Thanks. Whoa.
Yeah. No, man, I was already like hesitant with the what's it called? Their 4K. I
The
only have
Moonlight 4K or
the
the
Moonlight.
Avatar.
I was already hesitant with the Moonlight just because of it being like two separate VTXs, essentially, like a recording board and a VTX as like two separate units all in one box. But only because I got it used locally from someone who owns a drone shop out here for dirt cheap was the only reason I actually got it.
That's mine. I did a review for this just to get into the system. And actually it is impressive. I like Walksnail. I wish that that I didn't have Goggles L. The Goggles L are okay, but
They're shit, dude. No, they're shit. They're shit.
I'm just spoiled also. Like been using the Goggles 3 from DJI. Yeah, I'm also not finding that at all. I found some stuff with the Moonlight and the and the GM3, but not with.
No, I'll find it and I'll send it to you.
Yep. GM3. Oh wait, no, not finding it. I'll keep
Dude,
an
I
eye out
feel like
for it.
if you go to Cadix's YouTube channel, I don't feel like they upload like millions of videos. It's got to be because this was within like probably the last like 6 or 8 months.
Oh yeah, let's check it.
So it unless more people piggybacked on my
And they removed it.
Yeah, and they removed it. I could see that possibly happening.
I know they definitely don't have a bunch of views on their stuff.
No, definitely not.
I think the manufacturers kind of like dig a hole for themselves a little bit because the trend towards like putting everyone into like an ecosystem rather than like compatible components is
Yeah.
just like, I think it's fair play to hammer on them for these things, because it's the sort of move that never helps the consumer. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like it's totally done for the manufacturer.
I mean, and it's been the name of the game in all aspects of corporate capitalism development. Like everybody wants to set the standard, whether it's the
Yeah.
Thunderbird port or some other weirdness, whether it's beta or VHS. I mean, it's like
Hmm.
we do compartmentalization to capture profit permanently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll also say I'll give it to them. Like the whole Cadix video system was basically just stolen from DJI's chipset, right? The
Oh,
Oh,
P1 chip or whatever it was, the one before that, I think maybe. Um, and they just basically got the manufacturer, made their own stuff, wrote their own firmware, but they, in my opinion, have definitely made it better. The head tracking that they've added to it, all the other stuff, I'm down for everything that they made.
yeah, it's
Um, eh,
definitely some of the best head tracking I've experienced. The
it's
goggles, and I used the Iron Quad kit, and
yeah.
yeah, I threw that on my face. I was like, this is good. This is
I
a
can't bring
good time.
myself to throw a bunch of money at this until I get. So I just need more questions answered. I guess I'm supposed to be the guy that does that, right? I'm supposed to do this and then answer the questions.
Okay.
But but damn it, damn it, I don't have the answers to this. Like I tried to get one of their repeaters. Cadix has that
Oh
mm,
yeah.
repeater system,
yep.
and I was like, hey, I promise I will test this better than anybody else. Can I get some info? And can you either send me a unit or tell me what it cost or something? And they were like, oh, I forget what they said. But it was basically just blew me off and was like, oh, well, let me talk to somebody about this. And I never got any questions answered. I just wish they would get more. They'd have more than 300 views on their videos. Like, what the
I
heck?
know, man.
This is a good system. I don't mind leaving DJI behind, especially for racing. Like DJI is going to have better range than this for a while to come. Cadix isn't going to be able to compete with that for a while. But what they really do have is a super good head tracking system.
Yeah.
And dude, I'd be all on board if I could get some more info on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I
I
think
saw
it's
they did a firmware update and they added head tracking to the repeater system.
huh.
Really?
Yep. Because that was the first thing that turned me off when it first came out. I was like, one of my drone buddies out here who like has helped me set up with events. He was like, dude, he's like, did you see this? And he sends me the thing. First thing I look, I was like, ooh, does this have head tracking? Like, is it compatible? And initially it was not compatible, but their first update, I saw that on their update, they said that it was head tracking compatible. And I was
Nice.
like, oh man, this could be a really good thing.
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, if you're gonna want to drive far away, that's like, because I'm like, there's like certain types of driving, and like this has been discussed before, I know too, on like when like you need head tracking. When I drive my infraction or my felony, it's cool to have, but I don't move a whole lot. So like, there have been
Those are
times
road
I'll
rigs, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's why. But then I'm thinking with the repeater, if you're talking about possibly driving to where there's going to be on like other cars, like you come into a four-way stop, that kind of thing,
yeah.
absolutely you need to be able to be
Mhm.
looking left and right. And so having head tracking with that repeater setup on a ground vehicle it's a must.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely curious to see how this I saw what's the dude who did the lean out
That's
K-pop.
K-pop.
Yep. So did he post that video yet with his repeater?
I haven't seen it yet. I follow
You did
him
you
pretty close.
did you see did you see his little sneak peek?
I saw something on Instagram with like he's got a
Yeah,
crawler with all these
dude,
tentacles
it's
coming
like
out.
it's sitting in the back, and I'm like, is this really how he had it set up? Because this is not at all how I envisioned anybody
Yeah.
like setting up a repeater.
Mm.
I did also see that the repeater is not the same, like, okay, so you would think a repeater would be something that you could like drive out on your car like a quarter mile away, drop the repeater and then keep on driving and then scoop it back up on the way back. That would be like the pinnacle of like
Man,
coolest stuff you can do.
Hmm.
This is what I had envisioned. This is what I was going to do for them with their repeater and like show this is how they did it. And then I think it was Lee from Painless 360, or maybe it was Matt's Tech that did like a more in-depth thing on it. And they were like, it doesn't really work that way.
No.
It's not like a 1200 milliwatt VTX is built inside of this receiver that then, is going to be able to effectively double your range. Instead, what you do is you put this repeater up on a really, really tall pole.
Yep.
Right.
Yep, that's what I saw too.
I mean, it's the tradition of amateur radio is how these repeaters are conceptualized by the engineers in these, corporate factories. You're talking about more like wanting a mesh Wi-Fi system, which is
like a mesh.
What we want to use for sure. But like, no.
That's maybe also just me being a dreamer, right? But that's what I was planning on doing with it, and then I realized, okay, maybe it's not going to work like that.
No, nah.
Put it on a drone and fly it up.
So
hover above your spot.
I've got a video that I'm working on where I built a drone with a tethered drone, and it's not good for a lot of things, but it can fly for a really long time. It can stay in one spot.
Oh, it's got like a wire running to the ground?
Yeah, and it's actually really complicated if you wanted to.
You just made a complex kite, brother.
Yeah, right. I know I'm going to get trolled on this so hard, but it's actually a really complex thing. You try to figure out and how much current you're going to draw and how much voltage drop will be depending on the length of the wire. Like, it's a big math problem, and I enjoy stuff like that. So I did this, and I would like to do a little repeater thing, play some games like that.
You do an AC drone because you get voltage out of your wiring.
So obviously doing AC, you will have you won't need as thick of wire to send the amount of current. Obviously higher voltage too helps with that. But I will do a much better job explaining everything in some video at some point. But that'll be a fun one for sure. I would like to do a range test with that. I don't know if you guys are into like Mesh-tastic at all either. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
I brought this up before. It's like these little it's almost like a walkie-talkie, but text message.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I've been trying to do range testing with that stuff.
And you have a community that's doing that with you around your place?
Yeah. I only know 3 other people that do it, and we haven't been able to ping each other because I live in a super noisy area, and I can't get anything out of my hole here in my spot. But
I gotta maybe buy half a dozen of those and give them to my 7th grader for his friends, because that might get the community going.
Dude, you could get these little you could get a Raspberry Pi, but it has that built inside.
Yeah.
And I want that. Actually, I want to go back to that. Do you guys remember that cell phone that flipped up from the side and it had a full keyboard? Man, I can't.
Oh yeah, it slid up. I had something like that.
It was a sidekick.
Yeah, the sidekick, dude. Man, when I was in high school, that was the coolest thing. I never had one because I wasn't that cool, but those were so dope. I want one of those with that mesh network stuff. That'd be dope. Sorry to derail the FPV conversation right there for a bit.
You guys want to do a quick unboxing?
Hell yeah, brother.
What you got? We got 5 minutes.
Send, cut, send.
Oh my gosh, is this your standardized platform for the Storm 32?
This, I'm not quite there yet on that one, but this is more Mojave stuff.
Oh yeah, that's what I like to see.
Sticker.
Okay. Send custom. Pretty cool.
No candy this time. They usually send candy.
Lame.
Paperwork.
Wolfram RC gave
and then
me, the Hot Wheels with the delivery I recently got.
So this is gonna fit the Mojave 6S. Okay. You get your Caddx GM2 here, your VTX here, and a fan mount, and then antenna placement.
What the heck, bud? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is that so it'll just metal or carbon or what is that?
This is Delrin.
Delrin, so
Delrin.
it's RF transparent.
That's right. That's why I went with
Nice.
it. I haven't worked with Delrin before, so I also had an aluminum version made up. And I just
Dude.
left some relief around the antenna spot. I have my antennas mounted like right up against this plate now, and it's been okay. But I was thinking I could get better, maybe better range. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how Delrin works, but it should be good.
How's
And
carbon
then
for RF
Bad.
transparency?
carbon fiber, it's conductive, so I don't think it's good.
It's the same as metal, basically. It's like
Yeah.
the only reason they use it in drones is because of the weight, but on a car, nah.
Yeah, that's the beauty of cars. You have all this weight capacity to mess around with. You know, you can just like so much fewer constraints. And
Oh
then
yeah, and then if it's just not fast enough, you just add more power. It's incredibly easy.
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then these are steel tabs. Sorry, I'll get in frame here. So these are like weldable tabs that I can fit metal rod to. So long story short, I'm gonna make some roll cages to mount
what's up?
stuff out of like steel tube and welding. So that's kind of my next plan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Plan.
That has been
That's fun.
that's been my idea of the best FPV-RC car for a long time too, to have just like a plate that everything mounts to with a roll cage on it. Like I know that cockpit view is cool. It's really cool, but it's not great for visibility. And if you're trying to race, like that's all I just want to win.
Man, there was this dude like flaming everybody in the FPV group like months ago, and it was the only reason I ended up doing like cockpit view on my infraction, because I was like, man, fuck it, I'll do cockpit view, because this guy, like, he made a good point, but my argument was, this is my argument: if you're gonna do cockpit view, you need to do a 3D printed interior, like you need to do all the other stuff, because most people don't, because it's a lot of extra work.
Yeah.
And so for the one that I did, that is what I did. I did a 3D printed interior kind of. Oh, actually, if we have time, I'll end up showing it to you. But basically, nobody wants to do cockpit view and then seeing like wires and LED, like random like ESC lights, and then like all this other shit when you're looking around. Because to me, that's not realistic. Like, I'm not seeing that shit in my regular car. Like, so
dude, I know that post. I know that guy that you're talking about too. And
dude, he was like blaming everybody on this, like, roof of the car is stupid, like, just like,
I got into a little bit of a like, not really, and we talked about this on the FPV chat before.
That's funny.
I brought this up before, and I was like, he asked me some like super redundant question trying to straw man me. He was like, okay, so how high up is optimal? Why don't you just put your camera and antennas up on a pole so that you could see way farther? And I was like, well, you want to see farther enough to see a pothole. Like, I think I deleted the whole message. I like typed up this big explanation. Like, obviously you want to see far enough to do 40 miles an hour and not flip.
Yeah.
And then I just deleted it, and I was like,
like, why am I even bothering?
I don't need to
waste my breath. Yeah.
I help enough people. I don't need to help this guy. This guy don't deserve it. But also, I do know he's right. Cockpit.
It doesn't need to be argued or explained. Some people like that perspective. Some people prefer, like, I just put mine inside the car because I was like, well, I just want to use the shell as protection. You know, it's like the simplest way to protect it is just to put it under the shell and cut the window out.
With head tracking, I think that's the way. Like, I've like accepted that that's going to be probably the best way, is you have your shell as protection for the GM3 or GM2, whatever gimbal you're using.
Guys, we're at time. It's been a pleasure. It's been so good to connect with y'all. It's what I enjoy doing, is having these chats. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, y'all. We'll catch you soon.
Okay, cheers, guys. Great chat.
Be well.
Later.